Hello and welcome everyone. This is Type V3 with a Transformers Titans Return review of the Deluxe class Wolfwire and Titan Master MONXO, an updated toy based on the original Generation 1 transforming Headmaster. Now don't be confused by the name Wolfwire. This is indeed the Decepticon Weirdwolf, and as such his alt mode is, well, a weird robot wolf. I quite like it. Generally speaking, I think the body is well shaped like a vicious dog, with all the surface sculpting adding a great mechanical feel to it. Colors and color placement are very reminiscent of the original G1 toy, though not absolutely faithful either. Paint apps are limited to the silver claws and a few white highlights, yet I don't feel like the figure is lacking in detail. The only complaint I have is that the head can somewhat resemble a rhinoceros from certain angles. Thankfully, you can open up the mouth, which reveals a set of carnivorous teeth. Shame they weren't painted, although the clear red plastic used in the head was a nice touch. The center of the body doubles as a cockpit and can be opened to reveal the Titan Master MONXO. Despite being cast in two colored plastics, paint apps are non-existent. Otherwise, he's your standard Titan Master. The figure also includes a huge cannon which MONXO can sit in and then be equipped on the wolf's back, Zoid style. It looks good and is one of the few times I don't mind seeing an obnoxiously out-of-place weapon on a Transformers alt mode. With everything equipped, the toy feels quite meaty and measures around 7 inches long from nose to tail, a reasonable size for a modern Deluxe class Transformer. Wolfwire's articulation is nothing spectacular. There's a collection of ball sockets and hinges, which we'll cover in detail much later in the video, but none of them will give you any dynamic adjustability. Expect this wolf to be on all fours at all times. Transforming Wolfwire is a treat. On the whole, it's as you would expect. The wolf mode essentially stands up to become the robot, and then you pop on the head to finish it off. Even tried and true techniques like flipping out the hands and folding back the head are used here. Yet, the forming of the lower legs as well as the compression of the torso are both incredibly well thought out. They are complex ideas with simple and efficient execution. The transformation won't blow your mind, but it does give you that all-important sense of change. Wolfwire is a handsome-looking Decepticon. Aside from the giant wolf head on his back and the giant claws on the arms, there's nothing I could really complain about. The design and mix of colors work well. Much like the alt mode, the robot form represents a great update to the character without it being a slavish recreation of the original toy. And nowhere is this more apparent than in the head sculpt. It's sharper and a bit more aggressive, though I do wish the visor were painted silver because it does seem to get lost in all the red face paint. Regardless, this is one fantastic looking robot. In fact, for a bad guy, Wolfwire looks heroic. As for weapons, the wolf's tail now serves as the robot's sword, which looks pretty cool. On the other hand, the giant cannon is a tad large for Wolfwire to wield naturally. Articulation starts with a ball socket neck and a waist swivel. There's large ball socket shoulders, however their implementation limits range. There's a bicep cut with a single hinge elbow. Hips are on a ball socket, there's a thigh swivel, single joint at the knee, and ball socket ankles. Limitations are obviously in the arms. That said, I found that Wolfwire is able to pose just as well as about any other modern Transformer. I'll cut to the chase. Of all the Transformers Titans Return offerings, Deluxe Class Wolfwire and MONXO is my favorite release to date. Both the wolf and robot forms look great, and they're connected by a satisfyingly simple transformation scheme. The weapons aren't half bad either. Articulation on both ends is the figure's most obvious weakness, yet it's not outside the realms of modern Transformers toy expectations. I mean, it covers all the bases well enough. This is an awesome update to a classic Decepticon Headmaster, but more than anything, this is just a fun toy. Anyways, that's all for me. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next review.